stocks taking another nosedive one day after President Trump's pause on some tariffs triggered that historic market rally. Major stock indexes plummeting as investors failed to shake off fears over the president increasing tariffs against China to a whopping 145%. The anxiety even overshadowing positive new inflation numbers. Still, the president brushing off concerns of Chinese retaliation when pressed by our White House correspondent Karen Travers.
China retaliated today by reducing the number of American films that can be shown there. What's your reaction to them now targeting cultural exports from the United States?
I think I've heard of worse things.
And this comes as new research from Yale University shows the president's current tariff system will cost the average household an estimated $4,700 per year. Our ABC News team has been following every move of this story. Let's bring in senior White House correspondent Selena Wang and senior reporter Catherine Falders from our D.C. bureau. Selena, let's start with you. President Trump, we saw him there today, just brushing off economic concerns, saying everything is, quote, going to work out very well. Is the president giving any more insight at this point about his plan here?
Yeah, Eva, the president brushing off the market turmoil, but he did acknowledge that there's going to be, quote, what he called transition problems here. Now, the president, he did provide a little more clarity on what these negotiations are going to look like. He said that he will be flexible when it comes to possible exemptions for countries and companies for his tariffs. He also said that there's negotiating space for countries to negotiate below that 10% baseline tariffs. But what we're seeing with this market fall is the realization setting in with investors and businesses that this trade war with China is only escalating. We are talking about staggeringly high tariffs of 145% on one of our biggest trading partners. And even with this 90-day pause, according to the Yale Budget Lab, the effective tariff rate that consumers are facing right now in the U.S. is still at the highest level in more than 100 years, estimating that on average, an average household would be spending more than $4,700 more in just the span of 1 year. So still a lot of questions here about what comes next. But those cabinet secretaries in that room during the meeting today, they were putting the praise on President Trump, saying that a lot of countries are only willing to come to the table and negotiate more fair deals because of the tariff strategy that President Trump has put in place.